Alright, Shalom Israel. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Yahweh is who the world ignorantly calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, and there's no God beside him. Double honors to the elder apostles and the elder bishops of Great Millstone for being faithful witnesses to the Holy Spirit, and salutations to the elect whom the Lord have given ears to hear. And I want to do a land back from the brother Ariya Kayal's lesson entitled Something That Makes the Devil Smile. Alright, and you should read the brother's title. Bill Gates is developing a super to kill billions of people. So let's let it play.
Is this why millions will die in 2025?
And I decided to come forward and warn people about the truth, because we've been part of something monstrous. For years, I thought I could rationalize it, that I was working for the greater good, but I can't ignore the truth any longer. The man I was working for, Bill Gates, he wants to release a virus, one that will change the world in the most horrifying way possible. They are calling it Mpox, but it's more than that. It's not just a disease, it's a bioweapon. Mpox is designed to mimic the deadliest strains of HIV, but it's far more insidious. They are working on what they're calling mega HIV, an incurable form of the virus that spreads through the air, through touch, through the tiniest droplets of saliva. It'll be like nothing we've seen before. It'll spread like wildfire, unstoppable, and it's meant to wipe us out. This virus has a lifespan of 2 years, and once you're infected, there's no cure. No medicine will help you. It behaves like AIDS and turbo cancer, but it's way more contagious. And the worst part, they don't plan to acknowledge it. The elite will pretend it doesn't exist, while people are left to die thinking they're suffering from something called long Mpox. They'll be told to keep up with the vaccine schedule, even though the vaccines contain HIV, and be told to go home and wait for the end. But that's not all. Gates, he's planning to spray virus molecules from planes hidden in chemtrails, and he's going to douse the world with even more aluminum. He claims it's for depopulation, to cleanse the planet, to go back to basics, he says, but it's genocide, plain and simple. I thought I could live with it, but I can't. People need to know the truth. They need to know what's coming.
Disturbing the evidence.
Now, as I was watching the brother, meditating upon doing this lesson, I thought about this show I saw. I know the elder brother Amawanga Bar speaks about it from time to time. It's a show from Amazon Prime. It's called Utopia. I definitely advise you brothers to watch it. And you had a main character by the name of Mr. Rabbit. Now, in this part, I'm gonna play this 5-minute clip. All right, which bear with me. It's a few clips I want to play prior to grabbing some precepts. Just to pretty much put it all together. All right, so let me grab this clip.
You've desecrated all of my work. You disrespected science. What the hell did you put in that vaccine?
And when this vaccine fails, I'll be the scapegoat.
You created a...
Fair use. These videos that I'm playing are strictly intended for the use of educational purposes.
Does it spark the demand for a vaccine that doesn't work? After everyone in the country is vaccinated.
And the world?
He'll have murdered millions.
Nope, you don't have it.
We need to go now before that vaccine ships and more people die.
Give a certain percentage of the population a fatal illness, and you make sure it's genetic. See, that was the exciting part. You pass it down. So if you have children before you die. Becky, do you have children? How much evil do you have to do good? People are driven by the need to know what happens next. Do you want to know what happens next? Your father created a world-changing, not world-ending, a world-changing, world-improving omnivirus. And we have taken that virus and embedded it in the vaccine of the Stearns flu.
I knew it. I knew it. He created a panic, and now everybody's begging for the vaccine.
No. Demanding it with all the entitlement of a first world country.
Yes. And now we have exactly what we want. Hundreds of millions of Americans lining up, offering us their arms, and letting us give them our creation.
I'm pretty sure when every vaccinated person starts dying, they'll trace it back to undetectable virus or not.
You've all been very busy. You're all very sharp. Are you sure none of you would like to come and work for me? No? Better than dying a terrible, violent death? Then understand this. What we are doing is far bigger than death.
Wait, this virus is not deadly.
It looks pretty damn deadly.
Tell me this. What have you done today to earn your place in this crowded world? Exactly. Everything I do is a cure for our current situation.
Wait, how's it a cure if
You're killing people.
I told you it does not kill. That was the amazing epiphany we had. We didn't have to kill to accomplish our goal.
Which is what?
We intend to stop human reproduction for 3 generations. The busy, endless global assembly line of babies will grind to a halt.
you're sterilizing people?
Huh? In the first 5 years, we'll start to see major birth rate declines as teenagers vaccinated today hit their childbearing years.
You're controlling the future of human civilization.
Is that what they're calling it? It's a very nice euphemism for a species that has replicated like a contagion across the planet, killing all other species in its wake. Except things that are cute, like puppies or koalas.
Pandas.
Never in history has there been a creature begging for extinction more than the fucking panda. Except us.
You hate people that much?
On the contrary, I love people.
Then how? Why would you?
Doing what our government or citizenry is too spoiled or self-indulgent to do. We are saving ourselves from ourselves.
Halting overpopulation.
100 years ago, the global population was 1.7 billion. 2011, it reached
7 billion.
people live too long, die less often, fuck too much, shit out babies
In
like...
2050, they say it's going to plateau.
We'll blow past 11 billion and then slowly begin to decline.
But by then, it'll be too late to save an Earth that bears any resemblance to a world we actually want to live in. This planet. I love this planet. So I decided to take care of the problem.
By injecting your virus into the veins of every human on it?
Global warming, mass extinctions, food, water shortages. All these problems can be boiled down to one thing. Overpopulation.
It's not as simple as that.
But it is. At 1.7 billion, we can be as decadent, self-indulgent, and shitty as we want. At 10 billion, we have to live strategically. We have to live modestly. We have to live selflessly. And as you know, we're not that good at it.
And you're beta testing it on Americans since we're the worst.
If we don't do something now, right now, in a decade, our world will experience extraordinary privations. The war of all against all.
Water. We'll go to war over water, and the people who will die first are the ones without power and money.
And by then, we'll be fighting over a world that really isn't worth fighting for.
You can't just decide people won't have babies
I
because...
can and I did.
What about what this does to people, society?
Salvation. We can form a new society.
Home.
The grand social experiment.
In fact, the testing could have been ramped up very quickly in a few countries that have almost avoided the epidemic entirely, like Taiwan, New Zealand, Australia, they took their experience and actually prepared, and so they moved a lot faster. So we, we'll have to prepare for the next one. That, I'd say is will get attention this time.
So there you have it. And I anticipate that this lesson won't be up too long, but it's okay. The truth has to get out. I will link my Odyssey page under this lesson in the comment section. And Lord willing, you are edified. So let's go to, I got a few precepts on a bloody man. First off, Spirit's telling me to jump to Psalm 73. I'm curious what it says in the easy English. Psalm 73 verse 9, verse 8. Verse 7 in the easy English, as you see. Their eyes look out from fat faces. Their hearts are full of pride. They laugh at people and say bad things about them. In their pride, they talk about oppressing people. The mouths of the godless say that the skies belong to them, and their tongues demand the earth. So God's people turn to them. They drink everything from them, the godless. And they know. God's people ask, how can God know? And they ask, does the Most High see everything? This then is what godless people say and do. They have no trouble and plenty of money. All right. And if you had trouble finding out who rules the earth, just look at what's going on in the earth and who has the most to say about it. As it is written, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. All right. And there's other precepts, that's Job 9:24, as well as the book of Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus, where it says an enemy cannot be hid in a time of adversity. All right. And that's your enemy, our enemy, especially us of the tribes, the Lord's people, so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. Your enemy is a so-called white man. As a matter of fact, I found another one that was pretty interesting. Right, this will be the last one I'll play.
The last thing you want is a bidding war between countries for this vaccine. We know there are 60 million healthcare workers around the world who are keeping everybody safe. They deserve to get this vaccine first. And from there, you want to do tiering in various countries to make sure your most vulnerable populations get it. In our country, that would be blacks and Native Americans, people with underlying health conditions, and the elderly. Right. And I mean, come on. How often do you know the devil to put us first? When he wants to destroy you. That's the only time he puts you first. That's the only time he's thinking about you. This is Psalm 73, and we're going to read it in the KJV. It says, verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. Start at verse 6. Right? Whereas in the easy English it says, so they, the godless, wear their pride like a necklace. The bad things that they do, they wear them like clothes. Right? So anytime you see this person or, hear of them, they're speaking on their agenda, what they plan to do. All right? Because to them, it is a good thing. Right? To rid the earth of people is a good thing. All right?
Meanwhile, the Lord said, be fruitful and multiply. But these people are godless people. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish for. They are corrupt and speak wickedly. Concerning oppression, they speak loftily. Right? And the end of their talk is mischievousness and death, the scriptures say. Right? They'll say it with a smile, as we just seen. Which is through the Spirit, why I want to name this lesson something that'll make the devil smile. Right? As this man is a bloody man, what's coming is a lot of blood, a lot of death. This is something that he's salivating on. I know the elder brother Kazak always goes into the, I guess it's some type of memoir that goes into the time of Jacob's trouble, or the time of martial law, FEMA camps. All right? How this devil's going to pull out all the tricks. Guillotines, separation of families, child sacrifice, you name it, man. Right? He's going to show himself. It says, okay, that's all I wanted to grab on that. But let's grab, one of my favorites, Psalms 5, verse 5. Let's start at verse 4. For thou art not a God that hath pleasure in wickedness, neither shall evil dwell with thee. All right. So yes, the Lord did give the earth into this evil man. All right. But that was even for a season. As it is written, time and chance happeneth to all men. All right. But the season is almost up, because this devil, in his pride, he's going to touch the Lord's he's going to touch the Lord's people. He's going to touch the elect of the Lord's people. And that's what's going to cause him to fall. It says, neither shall evil dwell with thee, the foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity. When you look at it, even the Lord's chosen, the apple of his eye, King David, the Lord didn't even want him to build his house because he had so much blood on his hands. Now, in King David's defense, was righteousness. Nevertheless, even King David was not able to build the house of the Lord. How much more the man that buildeth a kingdom by wickedness, by murder? All right? Because yes, according to the scriptures, in certain aspects, it's righteous, to take a man out, even though we don't do it today because it's not expedient. All right? Because people would say, well, thou shalt not kill. Well, nah. The thing is that thou shalt not murder. And this devil, that's what he does. He murders. Right? So the Lord hates all workers of iniquity. Thou shalt destroy them that speak, leasing the Lord will abhor the bloody and deceitful man. Go to Psalms chapter 5, verse 6 in an easy English. Because people really don't understand, I was watching the brother Ariake Y'all's lesson, and he brought out a beautiful point of how the scriptures say that there's going to be few men left when it's all said and done in the earth. That means many, 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 many people are going to be X'd out of society. So it says, you destroy all that do not speak the truth. The Lord hates all people that do murder. He hates people that do not keep their promises. All right. And remember, from day one, when Esau found out that Jacob got the best of him, again, because he got to Isaac first and supplanted him for the better blessing, he sought to kill his brother. And that, that anger never fell away. We just seen a video. Again, when in society do they think carefully of blacks or the poor? You blacks, you Native Americans, you Hispanics. When in society do they think of you? Only when they want to take you out. All right? It says, but I will come into your house because you are so loving and kind. I will bend low in your holy temple. Right? We need the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai now more than ever, man. All right? I mean, the writing is on the wall. It's any day now. This devil can lock this place down once more. Psalms 26:9, gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloody men. Right? And we should be praying. That's another thing. You don't want to take that RFID chip, because that's you gathering your souls with bloody men. All right? You saying, I'm cool with what this man is doing in this earth. And to prove it, I'm going to take this RFID chip. Right? You're literally gathering yourself. You're uniting yourself with the man that the Lord hates. It says, Nahum 3:1, woe to the bloody city. It is full of lies and robberies. The prey departeth not. All right. So this place is full of blood. And as it is written, let's see. Is that Numbers 33? Or 35 and 33? So ye should not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it. So here it is. Esau think he got this set up, that set up, this situation, this scenario, and he's going to watch it all from the safety of his bunkers, where the Lord got something for you. As a matter of fact, because the Lord don't lie. And as it is written in Proverbs 15, that the Lord's eyes are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. This is why he said this in Amos 9:1. It says, I saw the Lord standing upon the altar, and he said, smite the lintel at the door, that the posts may shake, and cut them in the head, all of them, and I will slay the last of them with the sword. He that fleeth of them shall not flee away, and he that escapeth of them shall not be delivered. Though they dig into hell, thence shall my hand take them. Though they climb up to heaven, thence will I bring them down. All right, because this devil really thinks that he can come out of his bunkers and reestablish society how he wants it. You think the Lord gonna give you a second time to fuck this place up, man? Are you like that's the pride. That's the pride that this devil really has. This devil, he's on some shit. And I watch Utopia. I'm probably gonna watch it again. There's another movie, I'm not sure if it's still on Netflix, but you could try to find it. It's a show called Biohackers. And pretty much the story goes that there's this mad scientist, this time is a female, and she has this program called Homo Deus, all right, which is translated to one God. Picture that. But pretty much this program is supposed to be like a cure-all for all diseases. Nevertheless, throughout the show, they go into how she had to offer a lot of children, all right, just to create this, this perfect anti-whatever, VAX, however you want to call it. And that's what this devil is doing, man. All right? But the NWO is not fun. It's not going to be fun. All right? As we just seen. All right? And that's another thing. How can you want to stay here what are you leaving your substance to? All right, as you just said, you know, you get this, you stay a little longer, but you know, now you're and what's the word they use? Sterilized. All right, and the scriptures, hey, Yahweh warned us, man. He that saveth his life shall lose it. All right, we need Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. There's only one way that you should want this to go. All right, and for you, it should be up. And for you, it should be up. And for this place, it should be down. That's how you should feel. So with that, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh is who the world normally calls God. Yahweh Shai is his son, who the world normally calls God. There's no God beside them. It is prophesied that they will come back and bring healing in their wings. Healing to the people, their people, and essentially healing to the earth. All right? Whereas in the kingdom, according to Isaiah 14, that when his devil falls, the trees shall rejoice. What's going to show you that he won't necessarily receive, or he won't necessarily live out all his plans. So if that, shalom to the elect.